Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Floramancer. We're here in my single player world, and I've done quite a bit. Last time I streamed Floramancer was Saturday, Sunday? Saturday, probably. Long time ago, guys. So I've done a bit of work because I am absolutely enjoying this world. I'm loving the pack. So I wanted to take you around, show you the things I've done. Most of it's been building, but I have made some alterations. So let's start up here. I've started building in my storage area, and right down the middle, I don't know if this is staying here, I don't think it'll stay up high, is my mana battery. They all have sparks, so I have done some grinding at the blaze spawners that we found in the nether. I even have some augments made, so I was able to do some grinding for ender pearls like we were doing last time. So I have spent hours killing endermen, killing blazes, so that I can have some materials. And I have mana coming into these pools. You can see a beam coming in from over here. That's coming from our hydrangeas that are over there. But we also have mana, if you can see this little trickle of sparks coming in from over here, and I will show you what I've set up. This is what I've got here. I saw this on the Feed the Beast Reddit subreddit the other day for long range mana transfer. This is lossless. I don't know if all mana transfer. I know that if you used mana on rails exclusively with the pump, if the mana pool in the cart was mostly full or something, the pump would just ignore that and just pump everything out of its residual pool, so you could waste mana. But I have this kind of mana battery set up. This is kind of like what I want to make them look like. That mana pool has a dominant spark on it, and it is on the very edge of the range of my transfer pool, which is over there. If I put it one further in, it wouldn't detect it. And that's the point. You want to put it at the very edge so that this pool can't connect to that pool, because otherwise you've got a loop, and you don't want that. So it takes a little bit of finagling of where to put the mana pools. But this one has a recessive, and it's closest to the mana battery. So whenever it gets enough to send, it shoots some mana over there into battery. Alright, so I've got a mana pool here. This one is just transferring. It is receiving from our Endoflames. You can see the setup running over there. I have another one of these set up over near the Endoflames. And the recessive pool can reach to here and no further, so it can't create a loop with the dominant pool up there. So it comes to here, and then since this one is next to the dominant says give me that mana, and it pulls it. So that is how I have the mana generation currently set up from the Endoflames to the battery. Alright, I've been playing with a little bit with the furnace. This is not like a fancy array. I tried it and it didn't work, and I'm not sure it's just because I don't understand the redstone within it, but I was putting stuff in the input over here, and it supposedly was supposed to evenly filter through the furnaces. It wasn't. It was just all going into the one. I don't know. I don't know. So I just tore it down and went, forget it. I'm not going fancy with this. We're just going to do this right here. This is it. This is what we've got. So I just got a bunch of input chests, there is an output row of hoppers so that all the output ends up here, and eventually we're going to put exoflames behind here, at least 2, that will fuel it, so we won't need to put fuel in the furnaces. Right now I still need to put fuel in the furnaces. So this is the furnace array. I still need to make the walkthrough room, because there is connection to more cave system over here, so I don't need F7 on anymore. I don't want it to close it off. Been laying down some dirt. I'm going to turn it into grass eventually. Okay, so that is what I have here so far. I did make a storage drawer controller, and these are trim, so everything from this side to that side is currently connected. So yeah, that'll make, once we set up the Corporea network, a lot easier. Alright, so over here I have a mana pool. This is the one directly above the hydrangea pond with a recessive spark connected to that pool right here, and it can't reach any further than this. So it also pushes mana into those pools right now, which is just fine. So it goes to here, and then because I didn't have I wanted far enough away to set up another one of those fancy setups with the mana on rails, I just have a mana spreader pushing into this pool, and that's why this one has a recessive spark on it to spread it out to all the pools. There is a mana pool underneath the enchantment table. It has a spark, but it doesn't have an augment on it right now, so it is probably filling up like this one. Oh, Edward has said something. Okay. So yeah, let's see. I haven't done anything down here. Regular old farms are still down there. I have redone this. Yeah. So there were problems with the way the Riskable Builds tutorial, the way that one worked, and I could not get it to do more than 2 bulk crafting before it would just break. So I completely redid it, set it up similar to we do the Petal Apothecary, so there's a bunch of droppers. I looked at... Gimme. I don't need to listen to you clicking while I'm standing here. I looked at all the runes, and none of them have more than 7 ingredients. I have 8 droppers here, but that was just for symmetry's sake. But so there's 8 droppers. You can put in ingredients. For example, this is all for bulk crafting. This isn't for auto crafting. This is for, gosh, I need a whole bunch of water runes. Let's make 10. So I put in ingredients for 5 recipes, 1 in each dropper, and click the button and walk away. And it'll make all of those, pick them up, stick them in here, and there we go, we got some runes. So that's what this is. What this is set up. I left this part of it from Riskable Builds. This is just pretty much saying drop some living rock when it's time. When it's got a power of 2, it says it's ready to be finished processing, and that's when this light turns off and it starts dropping living rock. It does drop several, but this Hopper Hawk picks it back up again once the crafting is complete. And all this does is trigger the dispenser underneath here to do the Wand of the Forest. My pool back here has a dominant spark, and it pulls from the mana battery. It's close enough that it pulls it in, so this will always stay full. So I've done that. I don't believe I've done anything up here, so I had some grass, working on some grass. Here's another one of those mana setups. I needed some more glass. It's missing some glass. And I'm going to upgrade this mana spreader probably maybe tonight. I don't know how many supplies I have, but it just sends mana that's being generated here over to the dominant pool. I did have a spark in here at first, an augmented one, and it made a loop. So it was just mana in, out, in, out, in, out, and that's not what you want. So mana spreader to the pool, and then it sends it to here and shoots it off towards the battery. So everything's going to the battery. I do not have mana filling up over there yet. I haven't hooked that up. It does have plenty in it right now, so I'm not worried. This is still not quite fast enough to keep up with this being consistent. I'm going to need to put 1 more agri-carnation down here. I have 1, so I'm thinking 2 might be enough to keep this running, because I have had to supplement with some more wood in here to make sure it has enough to keep going. The biggest project that I've done has been the manual vanilla plain old tree farm, where I just want to have all of the different tree types. I did recently harvest, so that's why there's not a lot of trees grown. But as you can see, I have done some work in here. I do need to still clean up the ceiling I need to put up a bunch of scaffolding. I want to just make it plain stone eventually. Might do something decorative in the big stone outlets there, but for now I just wanted to make a great big room where trees could grow, and it looked decent. These are granite pavement by Quark, and then this is nether wrought stone, which is pretty much just 4 netherrack in your crafting grid. I thought it looked really nice together with the living rock pillars. So that is that. I did have to make it a little taller here for the spruce trees. And this one will eventually be a jungle tree, but I don't have jungle saplings right now. So I left a couple of openings. There's one here because if we make a bridge, there's more cave system over here. We already know of the additional cave system down this way, so I left that open. And then I left it open over here because there's more cave system connecting here. And I can show you what else I've been working on right there. If I can remember how to get there. It's this and this are 2 boxes. And like I said, I have to try to remember how to get in there, and I never can. There's my spider spawners. There were 2 cave spider spawners next to each other, and it was a pain in the butt to box them in. And this is the bottom. Alright, well, I know I have a viewing platform. I just have to figure out how to get there. And it's not here, because we were just here. Every time I come down here to stand and get spider string, I have to do this. I always have to do this. Is it here? It is! Haha, okay. So yeah. We've got a mana pool with a hopper hawk, and I just take out what's in there. Bellthorn is killing the spider, so if we stand here, I have this open so I can collect the XP. I could put a Rosa Arcana here. Not really that interested at the moment with doing that, but the spiders get killed, the spider string gets picked up, so we have string, and yeah. So it triggers both of them, and the Bellthorn kills both of them, and even if the Bellthorn kills them before they get over here, the water pushes the string this way close enough to the Hopper Hawk. So it works! So yeah. Hey Bacon! This is actually a new streaming time for me. I've done it a couple of weeks so far. Wednesday evenings for me, 6:30 p.m. to 9. Around 9. I try to aim for 9. But yeah, nice to see you. So this is how I've been getting my string. We have 4 stacks down here right now. I tend to take some with me when I leave. And I can get XP here as well. I will eventually... I'm trying to decide if I will just make an easier way to get here, or just, you know, use it like it is until we can move spawners. I don't know. But I can never find my way here. So finding my way back might be that way. Let's find out. Finding my way out of here once I'm in here. There's some cobble. Have I been this? I've got to have been this way before. Oh, yes, I know where I am. Hey. Okay. That would have been easier. Anyways. Let's see. I'm thinking. I don't think there's anything else here that I've done. I did set up a ghetto blaze farm. We don't really need to go to it right now. If you search YouTube for generic B, he probably calls it Ghetto Blaze Farm. It's very poor rates, but it requires nothing but blocks and half slabs. And it just creates like channels that you walk up and down, and it's tiny little spawning spaces. So yeah, it's not something fancy. It's just something so that I don't die while killing blazes. So yeah. All right, so last time, let me put my string away. Last time we opened the Alfheim portal, and that was exciting, but we didn't actually get any of the materials. I just double clicked that. I want my... I'm gonna have to not keep arrows in here, I think, because every time I do that, I end up putting my arrows away. Let's put them in a chest. The extra ones. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is, since I did some grinding, I got some pearls, and I've got diamonds, living wood, and mana steel. Let's make these the mana variant. And we're going to throw them into the Alfheim portal and get the Alfheim trading done. Now I have already done that with these mana pearls so that I can actually make the spark augments. But I thought we'd do some here with you. There we go. We're getting pixie dust from mana pearls. We're going to get dragonstone from diamonds. And living wood will give us dream wood, and then I am so glad that Vazky sped this up. I remember how slow it used to be. And then mana steel will get us what we desperately want to do first thing, and I don't know if I threw in enough. Yeah, I did. Okay. Mana steel will get us elementium, and mana steel is actually a 2-to-1. 2 mana steel equals 1 elementium, so you have to keep that in mind. Wouldn't it be cool to go to Alfheim? Yeah, it would be, but I'm not really sure what would be in Alfheim. I don't know. Now I want to make elementium armor. The first thing, elementium armor. So it's crafted the same way you would any other armor. But it's pink. So we'll be taking off our mana steel and putting this on. And I'll have to make an armor stand. But there we go. And you can also see our baubles and stuff. But this is the elementium armor. It is enchantable, highly enchantable, and it is slightly more than iron armor and slightly less than diamond. As you can see there, I've got 7.5 shirts of whatever that is. Strength or durability or whatever. I can't remember what that is. But it also comes with a chance of getting the Great Fairy's Blessing. First, you get 10% less mana cost on any mana tools and rods and stuff that you use, and there's a chance for pixies to apply potion effects, which are good for you, bad for anyone else. I've also seen where the pixies will actually come out and fight with you. I don't know if that's changed, but there's that. Now the rest of this we're going to be using to upgrade our mana spreaders to the Dreamwood version, which are faster, more efficient, better. So the Elven mana spreaders need the Elementium and the Dreamwood to be upgraded. I really wish there was a recipe to take the old ones and convert, like put it here instead of a petal to convert them, because otherwise you tend to get a lot of these left over that you're not using. And then the Gaia one does take the Elven and upgrades that even further. So I just wish that there was a one for this into that. There isn't, but I wish there was. So we will definitely be doing one of those for the one over here, because it's slower, and I've noticed that the mana pool over there is filling up faster than the mana spreader is taking mana out. So we need to work on that. Yay, Elementium armor. That means I feel a little bit safer fighting mobs. I'm checking this off of my to-do list. Yeah, there's a bunch of things I want to work on. Finish tree farm. I think we've mostly done that. Make a second agra carnation. I can't remember what rune. I think it's spring is the, yep. So we could do that. And that might make enough wood for us to handle the tree farm that's over there. Metamorphic and grass block. The grass block, we have Silk Touch on our axe. So we can go grab, a grass block. Let's take the ring of correction off so that it doesn't switch to the shovel. There we go. So we have that. Go away. The metamorphic stone, I think we have. There we go. It's not the cobble we want. Did I smelt? There's some smelted. Alright, so we have that. Any saplings and wheat. Saplings. And then we already have runes. Let's go down here. And it was a water and fire, right? Yes. Alright. Fire rune, water rune, wheat, 1 sapling, 2 sapling, 3 sapling, grass, stone. Put the sand in there, hit the button. Off it goes. Okay, so while that's going, let's put the ring of correction back on and we'll make an armor stand. I believe I need, oh, it's the vanilla armor stand. It needs sticks and a half slab. Do I have sticks anywhere? I don't think so. Alright. Now, I'm sure we'll find some places cool to put this stuff. For now, I don't have anywhere cool for it. Just want to put it somewhere. Let's put it here, just to display it. There we go. Alright. Spring. Alright, we needed spring and we need redstone root and a bunch of petals. I need grass. And redstone. Alright. And then the flower pouch I have is still in here somewhere. Are you the one that has petals? Yes. Alright. Whoop. That was a goof. Not good. Come on. Alright. Let's fix our mess. Alright. Try this again. I always do that. I always click in the wrong spot. So we get those 2 in there. And then spring. Well, fingers in the right spots, please. No, spring's not what we want. We want agri carnation. 2 lime, 1 green, 1 yellow. Do we have any of those? 1 green. The others we do not. 2 lime, 1 yellow. Yay, so we just need a seed. How is everyone this evening? You're not extremely chatty, that's okay, by the way. I'm Winry. Nice to meet ya. Let's head up here. Let's add this other agri carnation and hope that I can get mana being pushed over here relatively soon. Alright, so I've got you there. I don't know. We can just put it here. Alright, so that should make these grow a little faster. Eventually I want to get a Munchdew over here somewhere, so I can just get these leaves taken down a little faster. I've got a dropper here full of saplings, so I'm not concerned at this point of running out. So it would be nice to get that going. So I can check that off my list. We're getting some stuff done. Let's put that back in here and we'll say agri-carnation made. Start planting the thermalilies. That's the next flower we're gonna learn how to automate. Again, if you've never seen this mod pack, it's relatively new. There are some changes in the pack that allow for full automation of the thermalily. I am going to place the thermalilies here in the overworld, but I will need to set up something in the nether to pick up lava. And one of the alterations in this pack is that at a certain level in the nether, down where the lakes are, the lava is infinite. Jake, this is Floramancer. This is the pack Floramancer. It is Botania and Quark Expert. So this is my setup for the thermalilies. I have it set up for 2 right now. I don't have the flower crafting just yet. This is going to be just for the mana generation. The flowers will go in the coarse dirt. Dispensers will be filled with lava buckets, and then empty buckets will go in here. So that's the start of that. There's a redstone block under this sticky piston, so when this flips over every 6 minutes, it lets the bucket through, and because it hasn't had anything in it, it's been letting other things through as well, as you can see, but it won't do that once I have actual like lava buckets and whatnot. So yeah, I want to make this a walkthrough room like I've been doing, because there's even more cave down here that I might want to utilize. So once I get the whole thing set up, this will just be a walkthrough room. So we'll have like the hallway along the side here with the room functioning over here. So that's the setup. If you're curious where I got that setup, look up Jancy on YouTube. He does a whole bunch. He has done a whole bunch of Botania tutorials. Not recent ones, so some of them might not work or be relevant, but that is simple, basic redstone type of things. But I'm like, okay, that looks the most compact and it's tileable. Tileable meaning I can repeat this numerous times and get a whole bunch of flowers here. I can just copy this setup here and take a space and then here. So yeah, I can have a row of them if I want. Whoops, did I pick you up? I don't need you guys. The other function that we need to do for this then is to set up an automatic bucket, lava bucket collection system in the nether. I'm going to have to use a chunk loader for that. And I'm going to use minecarts and have it pick up a full chest of lava buckets, come through the nether and drop them off in a station over here somewhere, so that the lava buckets come when needed over here. So that's going to be quite the challenge. I have never set up automated rails between dimensions. I know it is possible, just never done it. So that'll be interesting. to learn. I also need to figure out the lava collection. I'm wondering if this setup that I have here for water will work in the Nether. I don't foresee why not. I'm trying to think of... Alright. So what we could do instead of... Yeah, we can totally do this setup in the Nether. Have the rail come in with over an open crate. Hopper over an open crate. And have the hopper locked until it gets a signal to say that this is empty. And it lets one bucket through. Because I'm pretty sure that the signal gets screwed up if there's more than one in here. So I'll have to check on that in a test world, I think. Again, I am learning redstone as we go with this. Usually I avoid redstone, so this is one of the reasons I picked this pack, is that it would force me to learn some redstone or some creative ways to do things. So, yeah. So we'll have to do this. Like I said, lava is infinite at a certain level in the Nether, so the lava will automatically refill its spot, just like water does in the overworld. So then it'll make the bucket, and underneath here it'll drop the bucket, and another hopper hawk can pick it up and put it into a hopper that is above a minecart chest minecart, and when the chest minecart is full, it will come to the overworld, drop off its cargo, and wait until wherever my storage is for lava buckets. Wait until... Oh shoot, I didn't mean to pick you up. Oh, you've got way too much stuff in there. Hello. Let's fix that. I must have walked by here at some point, unless you're out of seeds. You are out of seeds. Well, let's just take everything out for now. And we'll put the bucket back. Alright, so I completely lost track of what I was saying or doing, but let's think here. Oh, the end of flames with the lava buckets. Yeah, I'm going to have a storage for lava buckets over here. And they're going to fill up these dispensers as needed. And when there are a certain amount of buckets, with using a comparator to check, when there's a certain amount of buckets without lava in it, it will put them into the minecart, chest minecart, and send it back to the Nether to get filled up again. That's my hope. That's my hope. I am looking forward to being absolutely confused and flabbergasted and frustrated as we do this. Won't that be great? I am going to do some testing in a test world a little bit, and we will need to move a nether portal around here wherever we end up setting that system up. So yes, okay, so let's first upgrade this mana spreader. That is something I wanted to do. And I think I would like to look for the end stronghold tonight. I think that would be fun. Six, there we go. One of you. We'll take that yellow one and put these in here. And we'll use this to make the Elven mana spreader. This one will go a lot faster now, so I'm be more confident with its use over here. Sends larger bursts and sends faster bursts, so this will hopefully start going down instead of continuing to go up. I'm likely going to have to put a potency efficiency lens on here. I might not be able to put efficiency. It might be a little too far. I might have a loss. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might be. I think 9 is what it is before it loses when it's got that lens on it, I think. In any case, we're going to keep an eye on this and see if it goes down instead of up. Down is what I want. Alright. So, if you've not played a whole lot of Botania, this is the point once the Alpine portal is open that unlocks a lot of things for you as far as automation and other capabilities. It unlocks a lot of things in the book. So what I want to do is try to focus on, where's my book? There it is. Try to focus on some more of those things before we get to the end, which will unlock Corporea and be able to give us a whole mess of things to do. A lot of the farming that we've got that we need can be done pre-Corporea and then just updated when we have the Corporea network. For example, there is a way to automate all of the crops. Things like wheat, carrots, and potatoes that are harvested in the same way. Botania adds dispenser harvesting or planting. So put a dispenser in front of a farmland block and you give it a redstone signal. The seeds inside the dispenser plant. So there's that. And then you've got the drum of the wild to harvest. So you've got planting and harvesting all with Botania. There are ways to do that with a field like this. Probably wait until Corporea for that particular farm. We can do a smaller farm with regular automation. So there's that option. You can do that with wheat and potatoes and carrots. I think you can do that with netherwort as well. Potato or melons and pumpkins can be harvested with a bore lens. A bore lens works 6 blocks, so if you just had a pulse mana spreader set on a timer with a bore lens, it would go down and break 6 of these, going to pop, 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 and then you just have a hopper hawk pick them up. That's all you would need for that. So we could set that up. I have really no need for these right now in an automated format. So yeah, don't need beets. Probably not going to automate beets unless something has been altered in the pack to require it. Sugarcane can be done the same way. It can be done with a bore lens, or since we're in 112, we can do straight vanilla and do an observer sugarcane farm. Where the observer detects growth at whatever stage you want it to grow at, and it will trigger a piston to break it, and then you use a hopper hawk to pick it up. Probably cheaper to do the vanilla version because it won't use any mana, but you can use Botania and do just like you did over there with a bore lens on a pulse mana spreader to break the sugarcane. I think I have cactus over here. Cactus you can set up vanilla. This is not set up at all. But you know how you would set it up so that once it grew, it would pop the stem off and you would continue getting cactus that way. So there's that. These are all farms that we could set up right now and get functioning so that we can start collecting. The fun thing about Corporea, if you have not used it, is that unlike an AE system, which is pretty much a centralized storage system, storage thing, Corporea allows you to have your storage everywhere and still access it from everywhere. So that is something that if we set up farms over here and there were drawers or chests full of carrots and we needed carrots, we could go to our Corporea index, which is a block from Botania, and request carrots, and it would give us carrots from way over there. Sound good? I love that. I love that you can set it up so that that's why I'm spreading out quite a bit so that I can do that. So yeah. All right. So we wanted to look for the stronghold. I talked about setting up thermal lilies. We'll need to make a chunk loader for the nether. I want to look into making chakrams. I like those a lot, especially for fighting the Gaia Guardian. They're really helpful for fighting the dragon as well. So, thank you for the follow, Tubbs. Chakrams. Oop, starts with a K. The first one you can make is the Thorn Chakram. They also have a Flare Chakram, which is an upgrade. And it takes Terra Steel with a bunch of vines to give you 2. You can hold a maximum of 6 in an inventory slot. And they rock. They are a projectile, and when they hit a block, they bounce around. So what's helpful with the Gaia Guardian is if you build an arena underground or within a room and you're throwing the chakram, it just bounces all over the place until it gets back to you. So it's sort of boomerang-like, but especially in the second stage of the fight when you get a bunch of mobs that are being annoying, the chakram, you could just, it'll bounce around everywhere. It's really helpful. So yeah, we're going to be making some chakrams. I don't have a whole lot of mana. I know it looks like I have a lot of mana. I don't have a whole lot of mana to make a ton of Terra Steel right now, so I'm only making Terra Steel if I need it, and I don't need it right now. I will want Terra Steel armor before we kill the dragon. So that's going to require tons of mana to do. If you think about it this way, each Terra Steel requires half a mana pool of mana to craft. And you need 27 or 24 pieces of, they changed the recipe. Hang on. Terra Steel is crafted with the mana steel armor. Need 3 per. Yay. So I need 12 pieces of Terra Steel, and we're going to need to make the seasonal runes. Ugh, that's probably going to be the pain in the butt part. So in order to make 12 pieces of Terra Steel, I need 6 full mana pools of mana to do so. I don't have that. There's no way. So we're going to have to work on that. But, alright, let's do some exploring. Let's grab our atlas, and we're going to make, let's take all of these. Do I have? I do. We'll grab the blaze powder, and we shall make some ender eyes. And we won't need the petal pouch. I don't need any mana right now. We are not going to the end. Not yet. I don't think I need that, but we'll bring it anyway. Definitely won't. No. It might be nice for some blocks. Should grab some coal for torches. Alright. Use up these sticks to get started. Alright, I think we're set. 44 potatoes, we're good. I have no clue where the stronghold is at. So, let's get out here. Looks like it might be getting on to nighttime. So let's sleep. Alright. Oop. Let's get out here. I wonder which way it's going to have us go. We want to get up high to find out.